I'm not on the show anymore. I guess I am. What are you doing here? Yes. Well, so not taking a pass on today's action? I got to say, I'm 100% with you. I don't think there's going to be a point scored.
Hi, it's Mitch from PickDogs.com.
Oh, for sure. These games have to be high drama.
Here we go again.
I'm going to go big and see what happens.
Hey guys, Joe Madden here. I am joined by, well, not the normal cast in the morning. We have Mitch in, we have Chris Ruffalo, Brian Bittler, and Rod Zawacki. This is going to be a great show. You know, we have 0 games today, December 24th. National Ruffalo Day. Even the college game decided to Ruffalo it. Mitch, what are you thinking of today?
Thinking that, I did my 7 picks in 15 minutes today, and I don't know. I just figured that I just figured that even though this isn't my show anymore, and that's why I'm down here, and is that I thought that today, since there was no games, that we could kind of just share it together as our little Pick Dogs family, at least a piece of it, and kind of just do what we do and have a good time, and see where it goes. I'm sure, right now it's a little awkward because we don't really have a script or a plan, but we'll figure it out. We always do. We thought there'd be the one game, and then, I told Chris, hey, you should come on and pass on the game, It's like, so,
okay, so you invited Ruffalo. I was wondering how we found
I had
it
it planned that he was coming just to take a hard pass on the game.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, so it's like the whole bit went down the toilet on that, but I just here, and I'm here to just thank everybody for for all the support that you guys have given us over the past couple of years since I started this Pick Dogs channel. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing ride, and it's just continues on. I watched all the Capper videos again, and I have to say the coolest part of it is that now I have a face and a voice with these names that I've seen in the comments and in the emails and in everything all these years, right? Even back in my sports chat place, right? It's like a lot of these people, really, really, really cool. And I also, some talent that, I said, I said that, we would be adding cappers in addition to people that won the contest. I think that we could probably, and I meant a couple, at most, but I see other roles that we could have people come on in a limited role, for other people as well too, to join our team, and we have a lot of holes to fill with what we want to do and what Joe has on the agenda, because she's a doer, which is odd for us to have someone that's like another bulldozer. So now we have like 2 bulldozers, and it's like, yeah, man. Anyways.
So, should we all be blaming Chris that we've got no sports today? Carrying over the momentum of last year's Ruffalo Day, now making it kind of national with the bowl game even Ruffaloing it.
I mean, I don't want to single-handedly take the blame for this, but I mean, maybe. I don't know. All traditions have to start somewhere, and I think if you're starting Ruffalo Day, well, I called the Hawaii Bowl reps, and they said, "Oh wait, we're actually doing this." Okay, no problem.
Okay, Chris. Now, I didn't see last year's episode. I have to go watch it. What was the reaction by these guys when you fully Ruffaloed it?
The exact reaction was exactly what you would think. She always says it when we tell the story. Is then why are you here?
Yeah, right.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, man, I don't really like this game. And it didn't clue into to me at the time. It was just like, wait a sec, that's the only game that's being played today. And it's just like, I'm like, I thought to myself, well, you know what, if I take a pass, at least I'm here to talk about mashed potatoes or mac and cheese or something, but it just didn't pan out and it turned into something. And well, Ruffalo Day was at that point born.
Well, absolutely. Created for sure. Talking about mashed potatoes, I know Mitch has a good recipe for that. We'll get to that in a second, but I want to say hi to Brian and Rod first. How are you guys today?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
Can't complain. What about yourself, Rod? You got all those
Nope.
potatoes soaking and everything?
Well, you fresh those up every day. Put new water on them. You dump out the water and put new water. Otherwise, it gets pretty slimy. You can't leave them too long.
I tell you, you're
starch
so
for potato
prepared.
makes it pretty soupy, but yeah, it's a good day. Good day.
I was telling
Ready
Rod,
for-
I think the
ready for
NHL
some-
should claim Christmas Eve and make it like a big hockey day with wall-to-wall hockey on Christmas Eve, because really there's nothing much going on over the years on Christmas Eve. So,
I don't think
I
the
know Mitch
NHL
isn't-
players would get behind it.
it's just there should be something that comes up on Christmas Eve.
The NHLPA's not going to agree to that. They're
Yeah,
going to be like, yeah, no chance.
There is something that comes up on Christmas Eve. It's called the Hawaii Bowl.
The Bible.
Well, they need. They got the attention of the whole country. If they do something.
The
They
thing
do.
is, I
Well,
have
the
to say-
attention of the whole country is on Boxing Day. Canada's going nuts already. We're already everywhere you look. It's Canada Junior Hockey. The under-20 tournament is that's the Christmas tradition in Canada. That's not going to change. And it's this year. It's in Red Deer, and it's going to go.
What's the one thing that you guys want to buy for yourself? Like, what's the one gift? Like, if you guys could buy yourself, like that you can, that you can buy for yourself. Like, what's the one gift that you're kind of looking at, and it's like that thing that you're kind of like, should I get it? Should I not get it? It's like, but it's like you have anything out there that you're looking at, Rod? You got like something you got your eye on?
For me, I got my eye on a new computer. The one that I'm using and doing now it's starting to. I didn't realize that I've been using it for over 10 years now.
Yeah.
I was like, holy. And so it's starting to, it does these funny things where it won't turn on. And,
Right.
and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, we're going to go slow. And so that's what I'm looking at, the one thing to buy for this.
That new M1 chip is sick. This is for the Apple has. I don't know. I don't know too much about computers, but I know these new Apples are just crazy.
Are crazy, right? So yeah,
I've been looking at it myself, but it's kind of like for me to, they're months out on the build on the one that I want. So it's like I don't live. We don't have an Apple store or anything, so it's so that's one of the things I was looking at too. How about you, Chris? You looking at anything for yourself? Like, see, for me, it's like I can't buy it until the 26th just to make sure, because nothing I ever want ever goes on sale. Right? I never buy the stuff that goes on sale. I never do. It's always I said this in my email the other day. It's like I always buy the brand that never goes on sale, right? Maui Jim sunglasses, Ping golf clubs, PXG golf, right? It's like the stuff that never goes on sale. Rolexes, right? Never go on sale. It's like, stuff like that. It's like, it's just, I live in the asterisk state, the excluding, but I live in the asterisk state, free shipping. What the hell's that? It's like, I never get, your Amazon Prime comes next day, free shipping. It's like, yeah, right.
Right.
Next day, depending on the product, could be $148,
Next day we'll process your order.
But I always have to wait until the 26th if it's this time of year, just to make sure that it for some godforsaken reason that like it actually won't go on sale, or they don't have like a bonus, like you buy it and you get this, But so, Chris, what's yours?
Man, you're talking about computers, golf clubs. I just want one of those little head scratcher things with like the things that look like the octopus that you can kind of
I love it.
You can use a tripod for that, little tripod thing.
Yeah, but I keep getting hit in the top of the head with the thing. It's just like, it closes on my head and it doesn't work as well as I'd like it to. And that's, I think, one of my on the Christmas list is one of those little head scratchers.
You know what works good? You know the pasta spoon? It's got all them forks.
How dare you desecrate my pasta spoon?
It works. It works. It works
If
just
my-
as good as a back scratcher, a head rubber.
So now
It's got the little
everyone that's
prongs,
been at
right?
your house for dinner is going, "Oh man, we ate pasta that day." Watched
Yeah.
you serve it up.
If my
Yeah, but
If
I
my
have no hair,
phone-
so it's not like you're gonna get hair in the pasta or anything. So you're good there.
if my nonna heard me desecrate her pasta spoon right now, you would get the flip flop that I used to get as a kid that used to air bend around walls.
How about
Love
you,
it.
Brian? You got anything on your list?
Well, if I could, if the thing I was hesitating on getting, and I'm gonna eventually get, is the Mocha Master. It's not really the price tag; it's just where I'm gonna put it on my shelf space.
It's
and
not that
my,
big.
but eventually.
It's not that
It's not
big.
that big, yeah.
It's like this.
But
big.
anyway, that's my
Seriously,
Christmas
It's seriously
item.
this big. The KB 471. I'm gonna send you one.
I'm definitely getting it. I just haven't got around to doing it, and that'd
Oh,
be the
I'm-
one
I'm
item
gonna
probably
send-
on
I'm gonna send you one.
there. That's the only thing on my list.
That
And
I
that
mean,
and the
that's called the
Cuisinart
staple.
Supreme
That's-
Grind Automatic Burr Mill or something like that. I got that on there too.
it's the Capresso
Yeah, something.
conical burr grinder.
Yep.
Yeah, it's mandatory. Joe.
Well, the list is huge.
Of course, the
No.
KB 471 741 never goes on sale. It never goes on sale.
Of course not.
Another thing, never goes on sale.
Yeah, for
$2.
myself, something simple. So,
World peace.
yeah, world peace. There's lots. No, something like, okay, it sounds stupid, but I hardly use the microwave. When I do, I've got microwave safe plates, but there's always one or two that you go to lift out and it just burns your hand like crazy. I don't know what happened to the microwave safe plates. They're not microwave safe anymore. So if I had to think of something I'd go buy myself, it would be new plate set. For that once a month, I grab it out, which was this morning. It was hot, hurt.
Ruffalo's got he's got the chef hands for the microwaving. It's like
Yeah. I've handled a hot plate once or twice.
It's like I do my
Pizza
7.
pots.
I like today, I didn't have 7 games to do picks on. It's like Ruffalo. It's like my 7 favorite microwave brownies.
Yeah, I don't know what
I
happened to
s-
these plates. They're sizzling now. It's like there's water in them. You can hear them sizzle. It's so weird. So those have to go. What about you, Mitch?
New microphone. I think this one has a little bit of pop. When I get close. This is a great microphone. This is the Heil PR40. This is a great microphone. But it's like I'm on this all the time. All the time, right? You guys see me all the time on this microphone. So it's like I really want to get the professional Neumann, U87. It's like I don't care. It's like $4,000. It's it's crushing because it's like microphones are they could run microphones run $20 $10-$20 to $100,000 and the one I want it's all right, it's $3,250 without the little holder for it, right? But
What makes it worth $3,000?
it's just all the things inside of it, it's the microphone will change your tone of your voice. Like when I was talking to the other microphone when I broke this one and I was using this one, remember? Rod was like, that's not gonna last long.
It's like the Mocha
And I mean, this is considered for the USB style mics that you see on all the other crappy shows that most of those guys use. This is one of the better ones, But it's like I actually think that the Blue Yeti that a lot of our guys are using now is of these kind of microphones are good, They're about as good. But I'm gonna get it. We're gonna get everyone new microphones. I think that's on my list too. New microphones, new cameras.
Yeah.
So that microphone's kind of like the Mocha Master of microphones.
No, it's not the Mocha Master microphones. There's much more expensive than that.
Oh, wow.
Much more.
Well, you're not a singer, so.
No, exactly. But for spoken, I believe that's the one. I think because people, what happens is so certain microphones, like this microphone, I need to really be this close for it to sound right. you know, but it's like as you pull further away, as we all know, right, the sound quality differs. But if you have like a really top quality one, you can get a little bit of distance, you know, and and if you get close, it doesn't pop, and you still get like the warm tones of our, you know, just resonating beautiful voices, you know, through the
resonating beautiful voices.
You know, like the you know, like
Love it.
read the reviews, you know, like a real techie review of something where it's like, am I buying a microphone or is this like a honeymoon suite or something? You know, it's like, does this come with 2 massages or something? Couples massage. It's like,
Romancing you into the microphone.
Ruflo's like, I say couples massage. Ruflo's already like negotiating the happy ending. He's like, does that come with the hat, Brian?
You're gonna get him in trouble.
Brian's like, that better come with the hat.
Oh no, she already knows. She already knows. That's what I try to bargain for.
But yeah, that's the one. That's the one thing on my list is I've been staring that, and the same thing as Rod. I have probably 7 or 8 computers that I use, and I want to get a new notebook computer laptop not because the one I have is lousy, and Ruflo's been laptop shopping with me, knows it gets ugly. So it's we Ruflo's went with me to an Apple store, and it was like the woman, like, she went in the back to like get like we never saw her again or something. She's like, I can't take it, these 2 guys. It's like,
She went and hid in the back. You guys
something
were
like
that bad?
it was something like that. It was good.
Well, we had to get a second person. She's like, has somebody helped you? We're like, yeah, but we don't know where she went.
It's like she's at the food court smoking a cigarette. She's like,
She comes
poor
back
girl.
out. She comes back out. She's like, yeah, I went looking in the back. We didn't have that iPad you were looking for. And it's just like, we sent you for a laptop.
she's like, this is one hell of it. She's looking at us like, this is really my worst day ever.
Oh man, I wonder how many people she told about you guys coming into her store.
But I'm looking for me on the computer side. I have like, you know, I haven't traveled in a while, so it's hard for me to justify buying, you know, the new laptops, and because that's when I use it most, like on the couch and stuff. But I need to process these videos and everything. It takes like a ton of stuff, and you know, you can't just get like an off-the-shelf computer. It's not going to do it. Not at the volume that I do. So it's like, you know, to get something like that, it's like by the time I will use it for what I actually will use it for, I'll probably have something better, you know, because it changes so fast. I'm holding out because there's a 3-month back order anyway, you know. But I always say, for me on a computer, like when I'm buying, I always say, I always want, the thing that I'm not worried about on a computer is storage. Because our videos, we don't save them. We delete everything. It just got to go. So like, it's something that's expensive that we don't need. And I use externals for just about everything anyway. So like, you know, you can get a 4 gig external at Costco for $100. You know, if you have Apple put it in your computer, it's like $3,000. So it's like, you can, you know, I get the lowest one of that, or, you know, always, and the highest of everything else.
Of everything else, yeah, to get all the, because you don't need the storage in the computer.
I don't think so. I don't like it.
No.
There's really no sports to talk, Sylvester Rogers.
I know. I was just going to say that.
If you got a subject you want to talk about, throw it out there.
Yeah.
No.
No games today. National Ruffalo Day.
Well,
What about a top 5 Christmas dessert list?
Ooh.
Yeah, we definitely need to throw that out. What have you got, Brian?
Well, I got a salted caramel pie in my top 5. I got a candy cane brownie, butterscotch pudding with ginger snap crumbles, eggnog cheesecake, and I like the classic pumpkin pie on my Christmas list.
Okay, those all sound great, but does anyone do pudding? Like Christmas pudding, traditional?
The
Did you say
salted caramel, the butterscotch pudding has a ginger snap crumble on the top. So there is a little bit of pudding there.
I'm thinking that like pudding with the fruit and everything that my grandma used to make. My mom makes it sometimes too. And when we were kids, my grandfather would put money in it. which is like so weird and like gross to think of now, money in your thing. And whoever got the $1 used to get like $100, I think.
It's like finding the pickle in the tree.
Yeah. But then he'd put like 50-cent pieces, which in Australia, they're huge. They're like this big. So you would see them.
We should just stop the show because Sylvester Rogers is moving on. I'm done.
Okay.
See ya. It's like we could create a game. It's like
I never heard of Christmas pudding with money in it. Usually your birthday cake with money in it. I've had. And
okay.
Did they wrap the coin in like saran wrap or something?
No, so that's why I'm kind of like, that's pretty gross.
I would be worried if it had like viruses in it or something. I don't know.
And then we used but back then you ate dirt, man. Come on, you weren't worried about the fact that. Come on,
you could swallow it too.
Exactly.
And then we used to have the brandy, like brandy sauce on it, brandy custard kind of sauce on it. Delicious.
We do a brandy. We do like a brandy icing. You make a nice hard icing, and then you put some brandy in it, so and that would go on top. You heat it up, and then it would melt. So then it would melt over top of the. It was still awful. It was the worst dessert ever. It's still, I can't to this day. It's still like awful.
I love that old stuff.
Oh, then you can. I'll have a mouthful of it. And that's it. Just give me a little one. I just want a little piece then. I'm a shortbread cookie guy. Give me the shortbread cookies.
Shortbread cookies?
Those. Oh, yeah. It's not Christmas without shortbread cookies.
And then, Brian, you said brownies with candy cane on top?
Yeah, well, they're candy canes that are broken up into tiny pieces. Yeah, crushed, and then you sprinkle it on top.
This is the hanging out with Rod. Did you see those hand motions there?
What?
Because Rod always does the cooking hand motions. Brian just sprinkled candy cane on his arm. He just sprinkled the.
Do it again. I missed it.
Oh, you'll have to watch the replay, but it's like Brian was actually doing the Rod moves. It's like making the pizza. I'm cutting the sauce. Yeah, I'm putting it.
Always look forward.
I got the roast. It's desserts. Going in the oven. Oh man.
Peppermint bark. Anyone make that?
I would go for it though.
Candy cane and chocolate melted. I like it with cookies. Anyone ever done the bark with like Oreo cookies and stuff crushed in, or the shortbread cookies? So that's yummy, especially with white chocolate with the shortbread cookies and cranberry.
I like shortbread cookies because it tastes like you just ate a stick of butter. You know, like you take a bite of the shortbread cookie. There's actually, there might be like some texture to it, but it's basically just like a liquid bite of butter. Like, right?
Oh, yeah.
And everyone knows.
Done right, it should just hit your mouth and it should just melt. And it should just.
My two favorite ingredients, butter and sugar. If those are 1 and 2, then this is going to be a good one. 1 and 2, butter and sugar. Could
I have
be either
the best slice for you then. Yeah, so you have like a shortbread base, and then you have like a layer of like caramel, and it's got like condensed milk and everything, and then a layer of chocolate, and you can do milk dark and white, all 3 of them, and you cut it up, and it's like a Twix bar, but like 500 times better.
What if you dip the whole thing in chocolate again?
No, you just layer like the top of it, and then you cut it up in pieces.
So what if you dipped it in chocolate again and then layered it across?
Yeah, you could. You could just.
Or drizzled.
You could, yeah.
Oh. Yeah. You definitely could. It's so good with a coffee. And I made it into cookies as well.
Sheet.
Yeah.
Big giant cookie sheet. I used to do it at camp. That dessert went bananas. But it was easy to make. Just whip up the shortbread recipe, press it into the big giant. Yeah. Big, huge cookie sheet when you're feeding 500 guys.
Rod sent me cookies. I got these. They're the cookies, and I weighed them because they're so freaking heavy, these cookies, each one. I weighed it. They're half a pound each cookie. And it's a cookie, and it looks like it's pregnant or something, right? Because stuffed. The cookie is stuffed, right? Cookies. So the cookie, it's like a chocolate chip cookie, right? So imagine this thing, right? It's a half a pound for the cookie. It's stuffed with Nutella and brownies. It's a cookie stuffed with
Yeah.
brownies. It's like someone's a freaking genius, right? It's like,
Yeah, those are-
would you want
Those
the
are the
cookie
new
or the
thing.
How about some Nutella with that?
Yeah, put that in there.
Then the other one is peanut butter, brownie, and cookie.
A cookie.
Yeah.
I like peanut butter. I like brownie.
Oh,
Yeah.
why not? It's like my face is already twice the size as it normally is, so why not? This is the time.
It's the time of year to have.
It definitely feels good to be alive, though. So, I've been watching those capper videos, and I can't get over it still. Like the quality of that, and I'm looking forward to a lot of people, at least a few people, joining us or giving it a crack. Certainly not that easy as it looks. I think you guys have all learned that in a couple different ways. Number one, there's three ways that I think it's not as easy as it looks on there. And number one is, the capper stuff is doing it every day and by a certain time, right? Because these are things that are a must, every day and by a certain time. Number two,
Yep.
Picking out your top best plays instead of all of your plays. Because I know that for every person that's had a bad day in this contest, that same day, they had 3 other picks that all hit.
Absolutely.
It's beyond so many times it happens, and it's just so hard. And on the video part, it's not as easy as these guys make it look.
No, it's not.
It's
It
just
is
not.
No.
It's just not. But super impressed by most of you, and the way that you do it. I think a lot of people. I see the struggle on the video part. The struggle is a lot. I'm a little bit more critical. I'm the harshest on Ruffalo of everybody. It's just the truth. And but the problems I see on the video are super fixable for just about everybody that I see. Number one is the worst thing, and the one that looks the worst on the camera, which makes you look not good on camera. If your camera is too low, it's way better for it to be too high. You're way better to have your camera on the table and you sit on the floor than having your camera down here and looking up your nose. Because that, because now you've created a visual, and now I don't want to see that, and it's, so that's the number one thing, right? Is that they have the camera down here when it needs to be here, right? Yeah. It's like, if anything, you want it at eye level, but if anything, a little high is good, depending on what you're using. Like, obviously, my camera, the lens is meant for me to sit here. I got the one that my camera has specific lenses. You can switch them out, and it's like, whatever. It's good. I do it every day, and of course, you get to doing it every day, whatever. Then it's worth the investment, right? It's a different thing. I'm just talking about, like, for the purpose of this, any camera, like if you're using your phone or whatever it is, it's like you want it to be here, like with the brim of your hat or something, minimum, at eyes. But anything like below your chin or below your mouth is bad. Even really below your nose.
Not a good look.
Really, even below your nose is bad.
Unless you have a nose fetish. Good point, Cliff.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that's the common one that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
On the videos, and it's like the one that people are addressing. I can fix lighting. I can fix any of those things. But if you continue to put your camera there, framing, like I think, like Ruffalo's framing, I think gets off sometimes. I have to remind him, everyone does. It's just a matter of thing. And mine does too. I make adjustments. You guys see me do it on the show sometimes. I'll go like this.
Yeah.
Right? You guys will see me do it. It's like, it's all part of it. But
I want to say I am really impressed by all the contestants that are supporting each other. we've seen a lot of that, you know, commenting, saying good work, you had a great day, stuff like that. It really shows your character. So I'm happy to see that.
I loved it, and I liked yesterday where everyone said why they want to be part of us and what they like about us and what they, you know. And I think, you know, I know some people have ideas too, you know, as to what they would want to do if they joined us. And it's like they don't necessarily want to announce that to the world either, you know, because it's their ideas. And I get it because, I mean, right, once it's out there, you see all these other shows that just copy everything I do, right, and all these other websites. So it's like, it is the way that it is. You just got to do it better than them, work harder than them.
Yeah.
You know, and it helps that people that push you, you know. Like for me, it's like I'm motivated by, you know, every piece of garbage I see out there. But, you know, for these guys, I'm constantly poking them. They get mad. Mad talking, they're gossiping behind me, my back, all talking, chatting it up. Yeah, Mitch is in a shitty mood today. He's in a real shitter. Today's not the day to ask. It's like, well, when is a good day to ask? I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. Like, I think Brian thinks I'm always mad at him. And Chris. It's like Chris is like, it's like Chris is doing like way too much, right? It's like super spread thin. And it's like when Chris spreads himself, that's like for me, like, I think I appreciate like everyone stepped it up. Like I was out for a few days. I've never been out, right? And it's like all these guys super stepped it up. And I know like for Chris, he always like Chris always wants to do more, right? He always wants to do more and more and more. But what happens is he starts spreading, gets himself spread thin, and he'll start talking. Like remember Mark, who used to write for us, Chris? Mark was like tireless, you know? I mean, he was just like a machine, like tireless. But he would fall asleep in the middle of writing his articles, forget what game he was writing about, and finish it with a different game. It would be like
I will say about Mark, if there was ever a guy that you needed to do Fairfield versus Lehigh, he was your man.
Oh yeah.
But there were also times where Fairfield and Lehigh turned into American and Colgate, and it was just it kind of trailed off. There was like that happy sort of branch off, but then it's just like, wait a sec, we got to get back somewhere here. We got to.
Ruffalo's been a writer. Someone said Ruffalo's sports writing these days. You've been writing for how long?
That's how I started with you.
Yeah. How long have you been writing?
5.5 years.
Yeah, 5.5, 6 years.
Wow.
Ruffalo probably writes 400 plus articles of free picks a month, maybe more. Some months.
This time
depends on the time of year. Yeah, for sure.
This time of year last year, it was between 400 and 500 a month.
So it's like he's writing 400 to 500 articles. He gets he's doing now 15 videos, 20 videos, depending on how many hockey games there are. He's co-hosting the drive-through, and he thinks I'm mad at him because I say, hey, maybe we should give somebody else a couple of these other videos, so we could maybe, you don't have to do it. And he's like, you're mad at me. It's like, yeah, I gave you Gonzaga, UCLA because I'm really pissed. It's like,
okay, first of all, it was Gonzaga Duke. Let's get it straight. It was Gonzaga Duke.
Yeah, it's like
take Duke.
Oh, all right. So here's the question. This one is, and I'm hijacking you guys' show, but it says, is there a public link to the Capper contest leaderboard?
So on Instagram, if they go onto Instagram, it's in the bio there that they can go to it. I've posted it over and over and over on Twitter. So we can't pin it to the top because we're trying to pin that. If you guys could just grab it and save it, that would really help. Or you can go back and find it in the tweets, or you can just go look at Instagram. It's pinned in the profile there. We can't do that same thing with Twitter.
Okay. Well, there you have it.
So, but it's the same thing. You guys got your number from and everything like that.
Yeah, maybe we should.
I can probably pin it for the next week if you want.
You can't put it in the description of.
Yeah, but I could pin it on my page at Twitter if you want.
But can you pin it, or not pin it, but can we add it to like where they add their picks, the post where they add their picks? every day. Hey, post your picks here. Here's
we
our
could
here's
add
the
it.
standings.
Yeah,
right?
sure. I
Well,
can
there we
add it
go.
on the end
Yeah.
there. I think we might be really tight for room.
Oh, all right.
Because I have to remind everyone
Well,
always.
can
put
we
your
make
number.
it? Can we
You can put it in the
can we
comments.
comment first? Comment. You know, here's
Good.
here's
Yeah.
the latest standings.
Yeah.
Something like
We can
that.
do that.
Here's the link.
There we
Yeah.
go. Problem solved.
Problem solved.
I'm a fixer. What can I say?
Not a fluffer, a fixer. Good job, Mitch.
I'm definitely not the former.
I'll be good. Sorry.
I just had to throw that at you.
So, Brian, what's the best thing that happened to you this year?
I would just say my entire year at Pick Dogs, I'm definitely appreciative of the opportunities I've received, and it's best year ever for me. And hopefully 2022 is better. I just have to take care of a few home issues, but other than that, I can't complain at all about this year. It's been a good year.
See that, Chris? He didn't once say, except working with Ruffalo. Like what I would have said.
Oh, I like Ruth.
I think it was implied. It was completely implied
Yeah,
within
exactly.
this conversation there
It's like
because he didn't say working with them.
It's like I was having we have our communications behind the things. And I was having one with Goran this morning, and this is exactly how it said. I asked him a question, and I said,
Something's coming.
okay, you're my guy, so of course what you all say and feel is important to me. Except Chris, we just do the exact opposite.
I mean, it's not wrong.
But how about you, Chris? What happened this year for you? You got a
It's a
house,
bit of a
right?
touchy subject, but I think the best thing that could have happened we bought a house, yeah, and I think it all just it all started from the issues that we had back in March. I realized I needed to be more sort of in tune with where I'm at. I got it, like you said, don't spread myself too thin. Sort of realize my limits, and it sort of made me a better person coming out on the other side. And since then, it's been all up. Like you said, we got a new house. We're doing bigger and better things. I'm happy with everything that we're doing here at Pick Dogs, and 2022 only going to get bigger and better. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I like like I said, I appreciate you stepping up for me the last few days, and it's like I think I think with Chris, I think when you get to a certain point of more, and enough, it's like sometimes less is more. It doesn't mean nothing, or it doesn't mean one is better than a lot. It means that, sometimes less is more. Like 400 is better than 500. It's like that's it's like 500 is better than 1,000. It's like still good big things, but it doesn't always have to be that, because then you start getting thin. You start getting
Yeah,
it's like the balloon. How about
that's
you,
not
Rod?
a bad thing for me either.
For me, biggest thing this year was look, I can have a smile again. I can actually put a nice big bright smile on my face and not try to be talking like this like I normally. If you go back and look at some of these videos way back when, you can see that I actually did really consciously. I know when I watched, I would talk like really low. I'd talk like this, and make sure that I didn't open my mouth as much as I wanted to. And it just, for me, that feels way more comfortable. I can actually be myself and relax a little more. I'm not having to try to hide something on camera. So that for me, that was the biggest thing for me. Feels great. And then for me also, it's been a good year. I've been excited. I can't believe a year went by already. Like, it feels like Ruffalo this day yesterday. Like yesterday, I can't believe a whole year went by. It was just like, where'd the year go? Oh, it was actually our third Christmas here at Big Dogs. It's crazy when you look at it. How time has just flew. It seemed like yesterday, and definitely excited for the future here. And bigger, better. Pound town, everybody.
Joe
But
Madden.
tomorrow looks like it.
Joe Madden, how about you? frozen?
She's frozen.
Oh, cool.
Well,
She's so happy.
I froze for a sec. I'm here now.
God damn. I was so I was like, I had the
I'm
pot shots
Ruffalo in the
like
question.
loaded. It's like,
She was so excited to Ruffalo the question that she stalled.
Just had to freeze there. You know what? Honestly, no BS is picking up the phone in August and having that conversation with you, because if I didn't, I would not be doing absolutely what I love right now. I would be doing a role that I wouldn't be in love with, and I wouldn't be doing as well as I am because, yeah. Mitch, you got me. You know, remember when you wrote me about the Bradman Oval? You're like, hey, like the Bradman Oval is in that town, like where you grew up, right? I was just like, damn, this guy, there's something about you. So the best thing I ever did was pick up the phone.
yeah, I told like the our guys that are doing the betting tools, you know, our partners. I was telling them, I said, I got this woman. She's I'm gonna, I'm gonna get her to come work with us. I'm like, because I asked Joe, I said, what town are you from? Because I want to ask these guys. And they're all excited about it, you know? It's like they're Australian, so they knew exactly where she was from. And they're like, isn't that there? And they're like, yeah. And there are three, the guys who I talked to there, they're a large, our partners is a large company, but the three guys I talked to are the three founders of the company, and they're kind of like friends that made a company together, and then they got outside investors, and now they have hundreds of programmers and all kinds of stuff, which you would need. But it's funny because they all it's kind of like how we are on the shows, kind of like it's.
Like hamsters on a wheel.
Yeah, they get all excited. They get
changing directions always.
Isn't that where it's like. they're all getting excited, and then the next guy's more excited. It's like, yeah. So yeah, it has been a great year, right? And it's like, for me, I think just to see the growth and to be able to put a roadmap for the future together. For me, it's like I've built three. I've been super fortunate. I mean, I worked for them, but I've built three of the largest sports betting websites in our industry, and this is my favorite one. This is my star on top of the tree. It's the Pick Dogs community. I love Sports Chat is my baby. The other one, I don't really care what happens to it, but Sports Chat's my baby, and it will continue to be, and it's a force. It will not have the community that Pick Dogs has. It's just not that type of thing. But I just think that for me, Pick Dogs has given me a chance to circle back to 2007, 2008, to why I wanted to do this in the beginning. Because I had no one to talk college football with, and I wanted to find people to talk college football with. And I said, I'm going to start that blog everyone says I should do, and that's why I started. That's why I want to hear it from people. And it's like, at the time, I never thought about money or being a full-time thing or any of those things. None of those things were not even in my mind at all. None of them were. And, that's why I love hearing what people say about it, and it's because like, that is what it is, for me. It's like everything else, if you do everything right, like all these other people, and I know you guys say, oh, you always talk bad about the competition, because I can, because they should be, they should be talked bad about, and because they've earned that. And the thing is that, they're always worried, these people, they're always freaking worried. Not one of them is a risk taker. And it's like, they're always worried, oh, this is this, and this is this, and everything's got to be like 10 meetings and these, anally planned, like every little move that they make, because they're not doing what they love. They're just doing something for the money. But if you're doing what you love, it all kind of just happens, right? It's like you find other people that love the same thing. And it's kind of like all of a sudden, it's like now you got momentum. And it's like the snowball is happening. So it's like this past year has been really, finding out what I can do to and make this community bigger and better. You know, it's like, yeah, you know, I had Rod and Brian and Chris were doing shows. It's like, maybe it's time for us to bring a woman onto the show. But I don't want some woman, you know, to sit there and say, and today's special value is a 20% off coupon that I say every frickin' day. You know, it's like, I want someone that really knows their stuff. And I got news for you. These people are not that easy to find. They don't grow Joe Maddens on trees, you know. It's like,
It'd be kind of weird if they did, though.
No,
hey?
but they don't, you know. So it's like, I'm super appreciative, you know, super appreciative, and you know,
definitely can't grow me on a tree. It's, you see that tree? We would be hanging over this way.
What a weird trees around.
and I think a lot of things happen by a lot of good things happen. You know, they say necessity is the mother of invention, right? And I think throughout my whole time on the online, you know, my whole journey, it always has been the same way too. And this whole thing that's happened over the past couple of weeks has opened up a whole new path for us that we're going to do. Instead of me doing every video, which is ridiculous. Now it's like, I know Chris can do them. I know Ron Romanelli can do them. I know Rod and Chris, you know, can do the hockey. That was like, I knew that, you know. But it's like, will people still, you know, everyone still want to see all this stuff? Everyone, you know, what do you guys think? And, you know, we have now we have, like, I think every capper wants to do videos. Joe Vaughn sent me a text today. He wants to do videos. Kevin Thomas wants to do videos. I mean, it's exciting. You know, it's like me doing less of them makes my handicapping better. I'll tell you that much. A lot better. This was my worst year as far as like straight picking games ever.
I think Jovan's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah. John, like when Jovan's on the show with Joe and I on the weekends, it's like we could just sit there and talk about, like, you know, old games and stuff for like forever.
He's also somebody I can't predict who he's on because he has a unique style. So that's another thing I like about him. Like, I couldn't say, oh, he's definitely on this side. He's a guy that, you know, has his own system and he's good at it.
Definitely has a good poker face, too. Doesn't give it away on the show. That's for sure.
Dadu.
I think tomorrow will be a tremendous opportunity. Lots of money to be made on Christmas Day, so don't sleep tomorrow.
That's going to be a good one. You think Brady's going to break his record that he had back in, 2011? Most touchdowns by a quarterback on Christmas Day. I think it was 5 touchdowns he threw.
Brady doesn't play on Christmas Day.
Or sorry, not Brady. Rodgers.
You know how I feel about him.
I know you hate Rodgers. That's why I brought it up.
I don't hate. No. I don't hate him. I just, you know, I've had a lot of past bad experiences with him. So,
yeah,
I think tomorrow will be a big day.
I don't know if you guys saw my 7-5 today, but it's like, I love talking about Barry Sanders' 1988 season, man. I just freaking love that. It's like one of my favorite topics, and it's like, is that, you know? It's like,
Yeah, you could watch a game just to see Barry Sanders run the football.
Oh, but 1988 at Oklahoma State was, I mean, people that, you know, that never saw that, you know, or didn't experience it or whatever, and go back and watch just a YouTube video. See if you can find highlights of Barry Sanders 1988 or whatever. But there's no way it can just be like a 2-second video. It's if you just look at his highlight reel from 1988, the guy averaged 239 yards a game. He was in blowouts. Like, I know in the first game he only had 18 carries. You know, it's like he was in all these blowout games. He took the opening kickoff for the season. He was a kick returner the year before. Thurman Thomas was the starter. He took the opening kickoff. He was the All-American kick returner. He took the kickoff return, ran it in for a touchdown. First play of the season. Then the last play of the season, also scored a touchdown. 44 touchdowns in one season. 2,850 yards rushing in 12 games. These records these are like the Jerry Rice receiving records. These are records that will never be broken unless they go to like a much longer season. You know? And then at the end of his career, my favorite part. Screw you. I'm not playing for this jerk. This is not what I'm going to be represented as. I'm walking. It's like, you know, that was the best, right? It's like, that's a Mitch. I'm
Absolutely.
mad.
No, you went out on top.
Well, it's like, well, he didn't go out on top. He went out playing for a coach that he didn't want to play for. He's like, I'm not going to let this guy's crappy game plan represent who I am and dictate my legacy. I'm number 2 on the all-time rushing list. I don't even care if I pass these guys. I could pass them tomorrow easily. I don't even care. That's how much I will not play for this guy.
He did make Hall of Fame, right?
Oh, he's 5th all-time leading rusher in NFL history. It's like 5
I know
foot.
they're just controversial sometimes with people with Hall of Fame. So
5'7".
Yeah.
5'7". 5'7".
Teeny
Crazy.
out there with
Crazy.
those huge guys.
Oh, could not. They in college, they couldn't. That 1988 season could not bring him down. They could not tackle him.
Nope. I remember that.
Because
Oh,
was
Herschel
Darren
Walker was
Sproles
really
a little
short.
bit bigger than him? Wasn't he 5'8"?
I think Sproles was shorter than him, smaller
okay.
than him. I think Sproles
Yeah,
was
he's
5'4".
5'6".
5'6".
Okay.
Yeah, I think Sproles was smaller, but.
Um,
Sproles is a good back and had solid NFL career. We're talking like greatest of all time.
absolutely.
Barry Sanders, he's the greatest college running back of all time and the greatest NFL running back of all time in my book. In my book. I don't know.
2004, he made Hall of Fame.
You got Walter Payton and Emmett Smith. Those guys are pretty.
I think
They are Swiss cheese.
Emmett Smith played on winners, right? Barry Sanders took the Detroit Lions to the frickin' playoffs. And I would say Walter Payton played on a lot of bad teams too. And he's the only other guy I would put in that conversation. And because once again, 100% effort guy, just total effort. Yeah, I hadn't really thought about a lot of those things, and
See, that just in 1988, as soon as you say 1988, what jumps to my mind is Gretzky winning the cup in Boston. and then the Boston trying to cheat and turn the lights out.
I've got a package coming.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Like it was yesterday
Now?
in Boston.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to have to mute my mic in case my dog barks.
okay.
I'll mute it. I'll be right back.
Bye.
I don't know what it is. I'll be back.
I don't know how much time
Don't
we
talk
have.
to me.
Delivery.
Or maybe now he's taking his time. Maybe he's going to the neighbors.
So who's your influencer?
Psyching me out.
Who are your sports guys? Like who's on your list? Like, so Rod,
Who,
it's
me?
Gretzky. Well, Rod, he just said it's like Gretzky. Like for,
Gretzky, and then for me in football, that was the same year that the Eskimos were winning Grey Cups, and you had Warren Moon on there, Matt Dunnigan, Damon Allen, guys that I watched up, and I was with you. I was watching Marino. Marino got me hooked on NFL. When I first watched him and the way he threw the ball and hucked the ball, I was hooked.
yeah,
I
it's
was-
like
I was hooked.
I mean the guys to
It
me,
was-
the difference between like a
Oof.
Marino and a Barry Sanders is like they didn't just break records. They smashed records.
Smashed them.
And it was like, Marino. The only reason that Marino's records don't stand is because they changed the rules. They changed the rules, and that's the only reason his records don't stand, because it wasn't like he just barely broke the record. Oh, there was 30, it was 36, and he got like 37, 38. And it was like the last game of the season, he needs one more to get it or anything like that. It was 36. He went 48. He beat it by 25%. Passing yards, he beat it by 20-something%. It's crushing of it.
Just crushed him.
Crushed
Look at this guy. Just
But now,
crushed him.
and that was with the Chuck rule, with the everything else. You can open it, Joe, for us?
Yeah.
No?
I don't know what I ordered.
Oh.
Yeah, who knows?
See, that's why I don't order online, because I have no clue. I probably did it after 2 glasses of wine.
It sounds like
So-
you and I order food.
Sounds like she doesn't want us to know what it is.
Yeah.
We're not
Maybe you
we're
had
not
to
gonna
know.
play guess what's in the box, but we could.
So it's the Mike Larry safe plates.
Well, no, it's two. Look, okay.
It's okay,
It
Joe.
looks
No,
like
we're
two
good.
boxes
We're
together,
good.
So
It's obviously two of the same thing.
That's a mug, coffee
It's like-
mug.
I would say a candle.
That's a mug. No one uses the scented candles except you, Brian. We all use
Shake it.
Well,
essential
I do. I
oils.
like it. I have
Hey,
those arrows
yeah,
mean
yeah.
this side up, eh? Those arrows on the side of the box.
Oh yeah, this side up.
And it's been it was upside down about 4 times just now. So.
Yeah.
I don't
It could
know.
be coffee mugs.
I don't know what it is.
Joe Madden,
It's a
she's the
Friday.
one.
Very
You sit
breakable.
down at the table, the waiter says, "Hey, how can we start you guys with a plate of nachos?" Sure.
It is true. Okay, let's see what it is.
What else would you recommend? What else do you recommend? Sure, peel and eat shrimp. Why not? Charcuterie board.
Yes. Buffalo bites, the cauliflower buffalo bites.
Oh, those are good.
Wish you guys did soccer. We have a soccer show every day. We have a wish you guys did soccer. We have a soccer show 7 days a week on our YouTube. So not sure I understand that comment.
Is there any soccer games today?
No. What is it? Coffee mug?
No, it's not. I don't remember ordering
Actually,
this,
Paul?
but it looks like something I would order. It's for
It's a
knots
light.
in your back.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Yeah.
like one of those.
Nice.
Slips onto the wall.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's shiny.
Just take a run at it. Just put it on.
I
the
don't
wall.
remember ordering.
Something.
I ordered two, obviously.
Eric,
Oh, it's cool.
Eric's now telling us about bets he made a week ago. It's like because it's like he his whole thing about the soccer was not really to mention that we that he wants us to do soccer, a show that we do every single day, right? His comment wasn't about that. It was about that he wanted to tell us about this bet he won 2 days ago. That was the lead. That was really basically what that was about. Hey Rod, you win it? Did you win? I can't even name.
Hey, we
a
didn't
bet.
talk about yesterday yet. What's
can't-
that? What's going on?
We don't. Why we talk about yesterday? Is that something we do?
I'm having fun. Doesn't matter.
Oh. Whoever I had in mind, I was buying these for. I don't remember.
Yeah. We.
All them from someone.
Why do we care about what you
funny
bet
thing
on
is,
2
if you
weeks
asked me what I
ago?
won yesterday, I only remember the loss, so I can tell you what I lost.
Yeah, it's I am. I lost
Right.
Wyoming
Damn
yesterday. They missed about
49ers. What
100
was Jimmy
free
G
throws.
doing out there?
I missed about 100 free throws on Wyoming yesterday. I lost that.
76ers lost outright as 11-point favorites.
I had
Hawks.
I
That
had the
was my-
Warriors. Draymond with the steal. Steph 46, right? Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
lighting it up.
46.
Oh man, that was so money. I was like, had that one.
got
I had
lucky.
Weber State.
Fresno, baby.
My fantasy
That was
football
easy.
team, AJ Brown,
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah, cool story.
We gotta get rid of this guy. This guy's irking me.
Good
Dallas
fantasy
Mavericks.
football start.
They let the Bucks with nobody beat them. They hung around the whole game except for the fourth quarter, and then it was one of those.
see
Yeah,
the
we'll just let them
Mavericks-
get away.
Mavs tomorrow, like 14-point dogs or so. 12 or 14. I forget what it is.
But yeah,
They must be
those-
missing it.
they have nobody.
Yep.
Lucas out.
That game-
Porzingis is out. Yeah, and then you look at the other side,
at
and
that
it's
point, how many players are like, I don't feel good either, right?
Yeah, they
When
should.
half
that
their
game's
team's
just a
already
stay
out.
away. Don't touch that with
Yeah.
your money.
Nets Lakers looks good tomorrow. Looks like an interesting one.
And then they're
You
on
get-
a list a mile long.
I was going to say you're going to get about 10, 12 players. It's interesting because you're never going to know who's on the court.
You know,
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Durant it was cleared, and who was
He's
the
got
other
an ankle
guy?
injury.
Well, as far as COVID
Oh.
goes,
Durant's got an ankle injury. He's out.
I think Russell Westbrook was the only guy for the Lakers that I saw that was in that time frame to clear the protocols.
No. I think he came out and a bunch more went in. So it's like
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's why we always say you have to check the injury report. I think that's prevalent now more than ever is Always got to check the injury report.
Yeah, absolutely. Mitch, you want to tell everyone how you make those amazing potatoes before I forget?
Mashed potatoes, how I do it? It's simple. At least the way that I do it is simple. I'm sure there's like some complex way. You know, it's like it takes forever. Mine, I just cut the potatoes into really small pieces before I boil them, like really small. And then this way you boil them and almost overboil them. And then you make sure all the water is drained. I usually recook them on the stovetop after I re-drain the oil just to make sure all the water's out. And then you start from there. And then you don't even need, to mash. You don't need to do anything. You just whisk them, like with, however you normally make them, milk or sour cream, butter. I put everything, tons of salt, like way too much. Like that's too much. No, it isn't. And pepper, and that's the secret. Is you just cut into very small pieces, like very small, like way small. Like however you've been doing them, it's got to be, like what would you say, Rod? Like a eighth of an inch or something, right? Yeah, like just tiny,
The smaller you cut them,
That's how
better.
big my lumps normally are.
Yeah,
So.
right.
Right. So then you want them, if you cut them, you dice them up smaller, so that way when you boil them, they actually
they get like
cook
they almost
faster,
will like fall apart, and
Yep.
then all you need is a whisk, and they just basically like crumble apart, and because you're whisking them like that, they like come out like this whipped, like, oh my God, I made them last night.
They come out whipped yet. I use it when I
I'm gonna
was
try
cooking for
tonight.
mass amounts of people, and we would do the same thing. You cut them up small, but I'd have a big pot, like we could put all of us into the pot, and that's the trick. It is because if you're making mashed potatoes for 1,500, well, nobody wants lumpy mashed potatoes, so that's what you do. You just cut them smaller, and then make
just
sure
hurt
that
Joe's
they're
feelings.
overdone. Don't just go fork tender. Make sure that you can see them start to crumble, but not too crumbly. But and then drain the water. Make sure the water's all drained out, and then put them back in. We put them in a big Hobart mixer, and then just use the paddle part. And then you put your butter and your sour cream. And for me, my secret ingredient is Hidden Valley Ranch.
Oh,
God,
that
I
would
love
be
that
good.
stuff. Just a little bit of Hidden Valley Ranch because it gives you all the seasonings you want. Your extra salt, your spices, all in there. Hidden Valley Ranch.
If this works tonight, it might be one of like the best things about 2021 for me because I'm known as Joe has lumpy potatoes. Just know if you're gonna have dinner at her house, potatoes are always
No longer. I had lumpy
more
potatoes
lumpy,
I tried everything. I used to use the masher, right? That masher thing,
Yeah.
right? I used the masher. Then I got the potato ricer, right? And what happens is like I didn't cook my potatoes enough, that I could even get them through the ricer most times. So, and then it's this battle. You got to scrape out the bottom. It's like, I don't even want to deal with this freaking thing, right? Just another tool in the kitchen. And then finally, it's like, I'd rather have lumpy mashed potatoes than deal with this freaking thing, right? And it's like, to squeeze the thing, it's like, you got to be freaking Superman, It's like, right, to grip the thing. And then, so I just Googled it. And I just saw this YouTube video, like for everything else that in life. How do I not have lumpy, how do I make not lumpy mashed potatoes? And that was what
Cut your potatoes smaller.
And that's what the guy said. That's the guy said. Cut the potatoes smaller and cook them till they're fully done, and they'll just whip with a whisk. They'll pop right out, and they do.
And they do. Oh yeah, it's amazing.
And they do. It's amazing. It's like
okay, well, I can't wait till tonight. Everyone's gonna be like, "Who came over and mashed your potatoes?"
Yep.
That's gonna be the question.
Today's the day. Today's the day. It's a new potato.
The new potato. Can't wait.
Ruffalo, what do you
Do
have?
you guys
for
ever
dinner?
leave the
go ahead.
skin on your potatoes? Sorry.
Not for mashed. Not for mashed, I don't.
When I do red skin ones, I like to leave
No.
the skin on sometimes. I'll do a red skin mashed potato, a red potato, but not a lot. I'd rather have no skin.
Can we still say Redskin even if we're talking about potatoes?
Yeah, why
Ooh,
not?
good question. I don't know.
Or do we have to go with the Washington potato team?
I
The
think
Washington
so.
potato team.
That would be a good name for them. The Washington Potato Team.
It's pretty much what they've been.
The Eskimos. Deion Sanders, for Brandon, saying he's one of his guys. I like that. Deion Sanders. Not to be confused.
Team Canada wins the juniors. You can get plus money on it. Still jump aboard quick.
You guys want to wrap it up? Anything we're looking forward to for the, Santa? Brian?
I'll tell you what Santa's got for me. Santa's got my NFL game of the month tomorrow. So hopefully he's bringing me a winner.
Gee, thanks for just ruining the whole show, Brian. It's like, we're going to leave all that stuff to the side for one freaking day. It's like
all right. I'll get to
It had to be Brian who brought it, though.
I'll tell you what. My girlfriend said that she's gotten me a present for Christmas, so we're gonna see what this is. I'm excited to see it. I know what I'm hoping for, but we'll see what it is.
I watched Elf again last night. I forgot, there's so many funny scenes in it. Do you remember the one where he brings his dad the gift for someone special that he'd seen, that lingerie in the department store?
Yep.
Oh, man. That show never gets old.
Nope. Never gets old.
I'm gonna get judged. I think I saw it for the first time front to back 2 nights ago.
Really? You sit on a throne of
Yeah.
lies.
No,
You smell like beef and cheese. You sit on a throne of lies.
See, here's the thing. This was all stuff that you have told me over the last 3 years. Had no idea that it was in relation to Elf. I thought you were just saying it.
You smell like beef and cheese.
You're like, God, I don't smell like beef and cheese. Thanks, Mitch.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Oh, man. What was your favorite scene then, Chris? First time seeing it.
Probably when he's trying to sing his dad the song on the just on the and it's awful. I'm just sitting there that, and when he's running through the spinning door and yaks in the garbage can outside, because that's what I used to do as a kid.
That's awesome. Yeah, I loved it. Rod, what was your favorite part of that movie?
It's not my favorite movie, man. I told you this before.
I know, but you had to have a favorite part of the movie, even if you don't like it.
No, I don't.
Wow. Okay,
Wow.
we're gonna move on to Brian.
Yeah.
Rod's
Brian, what
favorite
was your
movie,
favorite?
obviously The Grinch. Anyways,
Exactly, right?
Definitely. I love it.
he's cheering for The Grinch.
Take those presents.
You're a mean
The lights.
Mr. Grinch.
Whoa.
Oh. What about you, Brian? You like Elf?
I think when they were decorating the store for Santa, and he heard that Santa was coming, he's like, "Santa's coming!" Or when he was,
I know
confronting
him.
the boozy Santa, and he told him he got in a fist fight with the fake Santa. That was funny.
Oh yeah, that's you sit on a throne of lies. You smell like beef and cheese. You're not Santa.
Christopher in the comments said when he said he's an angry little elf.
Yeah, I
Remember
love that.
The guy runs
I
across
love
the
this.
table.
I also love the side comment there. He must be a South Pole elf.
He's got him in the chokehold. Say it again.
He must be a South Pole elf. That is great. Exactly 68 degrees.
Oh man.
That's funny.
It was funny. So we watched it last night. My daughter looked at me. She's like, I watched Step Brothers the night before. And she's like, and now I look at him in a whole different light in this Elf movie. I'm like, you didn't realize it was Will Ferrell? She had no clue.
A
So
lot of things happen out of that Catalina wine mixer.
exactly, right? That Step Brothers is quite the movie. So never seen Elf. I can't believe it. Rod doesn't like Elf. Got people never seeing Elf. You gotta watch it. It's a good one.
All right. Well, we're getting there. What are you guys gonna do today? No sports.
I've
You can
got
go
a
bet on-
roast to cook.
I gotta go bet on Madden simulated football.
Yeah, for me it feels weird with
I was like, nostalgia. We can go.
it feels weird with nothing to do. So.
It only
I'm
took
gonna
us a
grab
year
some
to find out
Chinese
where I
food
got
today.
blow it out your ass from. That was kind of funny. He found it yesterday.
No,
You're
I've known that for a while. I just tied the two together yesterday.
just tied the two together, right? It was from wrestling, and me and Gene, Gene, the announcer, you always came around. He was like,
So-
Florida.
So on the hockey, right? So when does the season start again? On Monday?
Yeah.
Supposedly.
So they'll be
I ain't holding my breath.
they'll be pucking crazy on Monday.
Pucking crazy
So,
on
Chris, have you
Monday.
been on
Soccer
Puckin'
shows
Crazy?
on Monday.
I'm going to make my Puckin' Crazy debut very, very soon. So
He's
Definitely, yeah.
roofaloed every show so far.
Wow.
I'm joking,
I
Chris.
should
You're
have
so
seen
busy.
that coming. I know I should have seen that coming. That's fair. Everything is fair game on Ruffalo Day, so it's okay.
Yeah, I can't wait to have you on, Chris. That will be awesome.
I'm looking.
And
forward
not
to it.
much time needed. I just bring you on for a segment and not going to keep you hanging around too long.
Nah, I don't mind hanging around. It's no big deal. I will say though, I think that we were talking about what you'd like to see, what tradition change. I personally, and I know it's going to be an unpopular opinion, I'd like to see the World Junior start on Christmas Eve. I think
Yes.
that would be. I think that'd be
Exactly,
good.
right? Just like
And
we said, it should be something tonight. It should start tonight. Like they did pregame yesterday. Well, so why do you got to take 2 days off now? Why don't you just keep going?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I don't.
Well,
get
then
that.
you can have.
It's
can
for
have
the
tournaments start-
families.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've
You
already
have
traveled this
tournaments
far. There's families that are on the Russian team and the Finnish team, and where are they? Their families aren't here.
Yeah.
So let's get them
Yeah.
playing. Like that's what they're here for. So now these guys
Marquee-
have to come here early, and they just sit in a hotel room, right?
You know, there's prime opportunities for marquee games all over. You got the Christmas Day game, New Year's Eve game. You can have the New Year's Day game, and some of the
Oh, yeah.
it gets the spotlight as it is. So I think you just make that spotlight even bigger.
Even bigger. No. 100% agree.
Joe Madden did not know who Earth, Wind, and Fire was before she got here.
What?
What?
Someone said in the comments.
Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Yes. Because you said to Teo in the
I
comments
don't
that he's never seen Elf. And so he said he's never seen Elf. So you made a comment back, you've never seen Elf. And then he said back, you didn't even know who Earth, Wind, and Fire was. when I was going through the whole list of songs. Remember that?
And I still don't. Now I got to look it back
And
up
I
again
still
because I'm
don't.
like,
I-
okay, well, I still don't.
Earth, Wind, and Fire is the best. They're like a top.
I gotta look it up
10.
again.
It's like, I was gonna do like my top. I was gonna have like my shirts and do my top 7.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
today-
but what do they sing again? Because I'm sure if I hear the
What don't
song,
they
I'll
sing?
know them.
What don't they sing?
Yeah.
They have like they're like the. Oh my God! How could you? I know. Do you remember?
Yeah, I know them.
September.
Yep. I know songs and lyrics. I don't remember names of songs and the artists. I'm
Why don't you
terrible.
sing
for
along
that.
with us, Joe.
Same with the actors. I don't sing. Only with my mom. Actually, my mom and I'll sing
Oh,
karaoke
also
today.
Boogie Wonderland is theirs.
Oh, I love that song.
Of course.
Yeah.
After the Love Is Gone, September is the best. God, it's so good. So
I'm just thinking to myself out of context. It's like if you have somebody that tunes in that's never watched this show before, and you can, hey, listen here, little lumpy mashed potatoes. You didn't know who Earth, Wind, and Fire was coming into this. It's like
Good one.
what would seem like the most random insult to no one who's ever tuned into this show. All of a sudden has context to like the 150, 200 people that have been watching today.
it's like, hey,
I love it.
easy. You didn't know who Earth, Wind, and Fire was.
That's going to be the one that starts the Christmas argument.
Yeah. Most definitely. I hope people have listened to the show and know that I can't make good mashed potatoes and that they're always lumpy and that people make fun of me for it. So it's awesome. I love the community. I love how many people sit here and listen to us talking about potatoes and desserts and Brian's candy cane on his brownies and right. I love it.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Special brownies.
Special brownies. Oh, they probably are special brownies, knowing Brian.
Wait, are they? Wait, hold on. Are all the brownies square?
He's not gonna say
No, like
anything.
the brownies are in like circles. They're not squares.
You cut the round ones.
Yeah.
You use a cookie cutter and you cut them round, and then the
Yep.
scraps you can use to stuff your cookies with, right?
Yep.
So the essential
always
earth, wind, and fire. Devotion. Everyone knows that. Shining star. Shining star for you
Oh.
to see what your life.
That's
will
theirs.
truly
Okay,
be.
see,
Oh,
I know them.
They're the bank. They're like the top 10 all time. Like,
I just didn't know their name, and it will come up in 6 months, and I'll be like, "Who are they again?" And we'll go through this whole conversation again. It's true.
got to get you into my life. I like September. That's my favorite. Let's groove tonight too. Let's groove tonight.
Oh yeah, that's a fantastic song. I'm gonna get my mom singing that one today. So the mimosas are starting after the show. She'll be over. Get the roast in. And no, I will not be going live at any point today. That would be very.
Well, okay, not intentionally going live.
Well, you know, it's not much you can't talk me into after a couple drinks. I'm like, okay, let's go live. No, I will stay off my phone, Mitch. Don't worry.
All right. Well, I'm going to do videos today for tomorrow. Tomorrow's games. Maybe dip into NFL Sunday. Try not to go too far into NFL Sunday. It's like I try and hold back on that stuff because we don't know who's playing sometimes and who is. But at the same time, the show must go on. But that's what I'm doing today. And as always, I appreciate everybody. You know, I appreciate all you guys, and I hope you guys have an awesome holiday, whatever you're celebrating. You know, we don't care. You guys know that. It's like we don't really care what you're celebrating or whatever. It's like as long as you have a great holiday. You know, certainly not my call. But
Yeah, I'm going to pull the Ruffalo card when my grandmother asked me why I'm still single. That's exactly what I'm going to do today. Pull that Ruffalo card. So saving it for that.
She'd be like, what's Ruffalo card? Well, sit down and let me tell you a story.
Exactly. And by the time I've done that, she'll forget all about the question she asked.
like, I'm sorry I asked.
It's like the snow starts falling. It's like, gather around, everybody. Let me tell you the happy story of Ruffalo Day and its origin.
Oh, man, it's going to be a fun day.
I'm just
You guys
waiting for the
enjoy?
cards.
I love the Temptations. Love the Temptations. They dominate my my song list. We did the random 10 with me and Joe. We both did it, right? Our random 10 songs off of
Yeah,
our.
Mitch had the New Kids on the Block, Backstreet Boys.
No, mine were all. I had all. Mine were all. We had on. No, we got
Debbie
no,
Gibson.
No, it wasn't. We had.
What's Temptation's top song?
Temptations? Well, they got so many, but they have Temptations probably have 25 number one hits. So
Oh, wow.
their top song, I would say, is "You Know You're Gonna Leave Me, But I Refuse to Let You Go."
I don't know that one.
Oh yeah, you do. I'm not singing it good. And then "My Girl" is gigantic. I guess.
Oh, yeah, I love that song.
What can make me feel this way, my girl?
That's a great song.
And then I love "Just My Imagination" for Temptations. Love that one. Also, I even like the older the later Temptation stuff. "Ball of Confusion." "Ain't Too Proud to Beg" is that one that I was saying. Ain't too proud to beg, sweet darling, if you leave, don't. I think that was their first song.
What was that? Sweet Home Alabama. What?
Treat
What's
her
the
like,
word?
Treat her like a lady. I wish
Kind
it would
of
rain.
music
That's
is that?
another great Temptation song. I Can't Get Next to You. That's another good one. That's like a later one also. Oh, get ready, Get ready. Get
Get
ready.
ready.
Here I come, baby, baby. Here I come. And then there's I Can't Get Next to You is another one. Can't get next to you, baby. I can fly like a bird in the sky. Commodores also, same thing.
Commodores, yeah.
Papa Was Rolling Stone is also Temptations.
Wherever he laid his hat was his home.
There we go.
Papa was a rolling stone.
So everybody who knows me knows my fiance is like a rockhead. So every time she says Joan Jett, I think, oh yeah, the Sunday Night Football song. But she gets mad at me.
Well, that's funny.
She starts singing. I was like, no, I'm waiting all day for Sunday night. And she's like, just get out.
So,
I'm like, okay.
So the Temptations, like normally if you like Google here and it will have like, the list of the songs, right? Of like the big, that's like, I Googled Temptation songs and normally it's just a list, it's like normally a few songs. So, it gives you a reference point. With the Temptations, there's a drop down and it goes like literally 30 to 40 songs. The Way You Do the Things You Do. That's a great one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep. They did a lot of Since I Lost My Baby. They're huge.
Well, my niece and nephew should be waking up any minute in Australia. So
All right.
Santa's been around there. I have to
All
call
right.
Australia.
Should we bring it home? Say goodbye to everybody. Have a happy holiday. I think that's where we were. We were so close.
And then the Temptations took over.
Commodores.
Commodores.
Papa was a rolling stone.
Well, everyone have a happy holiday. We appreciate each and every one. These guys will be back doing their own things, and I'll be back doing my 7 and 5, and my morning betting tool show. Joe and I will be back tomorrow for the weekend show. You guys on tomorrow? I know we have a real.
I'll be on Sunday.
Sunday you're on, not tomorrow. I know we got a real limited number of people tomorrow. It's okay.
10 games tomorrow, too.
Yep. Just a limited number of people that can come on, so we'll have to see exactly how many we have. We might could do this format, really, with the number of people we have. And
That's very limited.
Sunday, I think we have a few more people. And then Monday we'll be back to normal, including NHL, Puck and Crazy, the soccer show. We'll be back on Monday. And who knows what else the day will bring. Have a great day, everyone. We appreciate each and every one of you. Have a very, very happy holiday. And, of course, make it a winning night, whatever the hell you're doing.